All right, guys, I just got my phone set up here on the front. Got the camera kind of right there. Hopefully you guys can see this. So this is the handle. It goes to the head of the kayak. Got the other handle here. It's run to a little S-beaner on the travel latch point on the front. And then I have a pad eye that is drilled into the motor mount that I made out of starboard on the front. I'll do a more in-detailed walkthrough in the garage about how I have that whole mount set up. But this is obviously on the BOTE Aero, our BOTE Rover Aero. So far, top speed's around 4.5 with the MotorGuide Xi3 55-pound thrust. But anyways, this is how you're gonna have to pull it up and everything like that. And I like to maneuver it so it's kind of facing that way on this boat because it is off to the side. It's not straight out in front of you. You pull that down, pull this up. Pretty easy to stow and deploy. Same thing if you want to deploy it, you just grab this, pull this one, got the little bungee on the, I guess the camera fell again. Just throw the ropes up here right there. And now we're back in the water, got my remote. When we get back to the garage, I'll show you an up close and in detail about the mount that I came up with for the BOTE Rover Aero and a bow mount trolling motor. I wanted to show you guys the mount that I created for the BOTE Rover Aero to take a bow motor. It's got the quick release puck. This is the MotorGuide Xi3 Kayak edition, so it's the short shaft. This is 3/4 inch starboard. A little overkill, I think. I think I could probably get by with 1/2 inch. Thinking about making these if there's a lot of interest and people with Rover Aeros that want this solution. But this is just the first prototype, and I think it's going to change up pretty substantially. This does do fine. As you can see, I got the little 4-inch strap here running from this D-ring to that D-ring over there. This kind of keeps the back of this starboard down because it is mounted to the side. I didn't want to cover the handle and the inflation port. Basically, we used the paddle sheath, drilled 4 holes, stuck them there. I put the paddle sheath to the back of this board because I wanted a longer board to the back to kind of take the weight off of these a little bit, and that's what the strap actually helps with. Then also it gives you places to mount stuff. Like I could mount gear track here for a camera or whatever, and it's just cool because inflatable boats, you don't really have a place to mount stuff. Very little. But I think I'm gonna make a second one of these out of 1/2 inch starboard eventually, and maybe start making them and selling them. So if you're interested, let me know. But then I got a little pad eye here that hooks into this, so you pull this rope, pulls the pedal down. Hopefully I got that whole demonstration on the water. Here's the rope, goes through here. That's just the Minn Kota handle. And I just have this S-beaner on this travel, run this S-beaner on this travel link latch point, and that gives me where I can take this on and off easily. Same thing on the other side. Do have the Garmin transducer. I need to put some Loctite on this because these screws keep backing out. Yeah, got the rope, pull rope on that. Works the same way as I had on the Bonafide. Just use that strap for fish grips. I installed the Larry chair with the kayak cushion on it. Very comfortable seat, worked great today. Wasn't killing my back like the Arctic cooler was. That was a comfortable cushion that's on the Arctic cooler. There's no back rest. So after an hour or two, your back really starts to hurt because you're slumping over and so you can't really lean back. Also, this is a great platform for this bow mount trolling motor. It was going like 4.4, 4.5 at max speed, but yeah, I was also able to like walk around on it. This is a super stable boat, so it's fast with just the trolling motor. I kind of wish they would make a version like this that just didn't have the motor port right here, and then these were just as wide all the way back, and then you had place to put all your tackle and stuff like that. It'd be pretty cool, but leave all this, you know, open platform like it is. So I got the grab rack mounted in the back that held my rod holders, my tools. As you can see, used hooks go in this little foam piece, which I like. Got the bag on there. Got my couple of tackle boxes in there, pliers, cutters, all that stuff. Bag of soft plastics underneath, life jacket, the amped outdoor 60 amp hour battery running the MotorGuide, and then an Aqua 10 amp hour battery running the Garmin. And I got this installed like I would install it on the Lynx, where all the wires are just running, they're all tucked over here. And I just had that screwed into basically this on the other side with the screw that comes with it to mount it right there. And then I just have that Velcro wrapped around it so it doesn't spin, and if that screw backs out, it doesn't fall in the water. And then I just have the, I think it's called a swing blade or switch blade or whatever from Yakima, holding the transducer. All that runs into that little white wire sleeve right there, and everything's coiled up, and it's neoprene, so can take all the water and all that. But I got 2 rod holders here, and then another claw style ram Zuka tube on a 2.5 inch ball. Got a Yakima track that I glued on there. Not real sure if I'm gonna keep my camera there. I might just use that for a flag now. It's a little wobbly for the camera, I could tell when I was on the water. But yeah, great platform for this. Super cool. Like I said, gonna make another revision of that eventually. But for right now, it's working, and it's working fine. This was a lot of fun to fish from today. It's kind of a bummer that the GoPro kind of crapped out on me about 30-40 minutes into the trip. I fished for probably 2 hours. I caught 1 fish. Pretty sure that was not on camera. Wasn't nothing but a little 14-inch largemouth. But just fishing from this was awesome because it was literally like fishing from a boat, just smaller and inflatable. So I can install my power pole that I keep on my Mako Pro Skiff. You can install the trolling motor that I keep on my Mako Pro Skiff, which is a Minn Kota Tarova, which eventually, when I get the new puck, I will try out. And that's going to extend to about here. So it's a little bit longer shaft because it's for my boat, but it should work just fine. And then, yeah, the fish finder also for my boat. So when we take the camper to something like the Outer Banks or something, I can just throw this in the truck bed with my power pole, my Garmin, and my trolling motor, and I pretty much have my boat just a 1-person smaller version. Inflate it when we get there, and I'm good to go. Obviously, boat rovers will take an outboard too if you put the motor rack in here, which you could do, and then you really would have a boat. I mean, you'd have a power pole, fish finder, trolling motor, outboard. It gets extremely heavy and a little cumbersome with all that stuff on there. I would think you'd want either the outboard or the trolling motor. You could run both, but it gets a little heavy and cumbersome. Yeah, so that is my motor mount for a bow mount trolling motor on the BOTE Rover Aero. Stay tuned for more videos on this. Definitely going to be testing this out more, probably making a second prototype, and maybe even selling them out if there's enough interest from other people in that. If not, I'm happy with just doing it for me, because this is an awesome platform for a bow mount trolling motor. I wish BOTE was a little bit better of a company as far as quality and customer service goes, but they have great ideas and great marketing, great design, but their execution's a little suspect. But so far, it's been great for me. I can't really recommend the BOTE Rover Aero just because it's way overpriced. If it was cheaper, I would definitely recommend it, even with its issues. But over $2,000 and you don't get anything with that, like no motor or anything, it's way overpriced. I would think around $1,000 is where I'd be happy to recommend this boat. But so if you can find it on sale somewhere for about $1,000, it's a great platform. They have some quality control issues and their customer service isn't that great. Anyways, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.